Hello. Sorry. Hang on now. Let me off the volume first of my PC. Okay, done. Oh, Farah, you're the only one here with me, is it? Noel still cannot join, is it? His electricity not on yet. Okay, we'll just wait for what's his name, Calvin to join, and then we'll start with the just one question because I asked you guys to do just one question, and then after that, the assignment shall be issued to you guys, and then you guys can start doing the assignment. Yeah. Okay, I'll give some more information later on. Oh, Calvin is here. Hold on, give me a few minutes to check my phone. Hello, Calvin.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. So no sign of Noel, so I think he won't be able to join us. And yeah. Okay. I was checking the assignment question last night especially, and I noticed the last question is from chapter 6. Chapter 6 is about the hypothesis testing. Are you guys okay with doing hypothesis testing? Yeah. The thing is, in our syllabus, in the Form C, you know how that you see we have the Form B, that is the cost plan, right? And then Form C is the, what do you call that? The cost assessment plan. Now, the Form C, all lecturers are not allowed to share it with the student. So I just would like to inform the reason why it cannot be shared to students is because it contains some information about the final exam. But I am able to share with you guys concerning the assignment because today is the date to issue the assignment. The thing is, the assignment, as what I've been mentioning to everyone all this while, is that it's from chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. But when I check the assignment that I have prepared, I accidentally, because I prepared it much earlier, I accidentally included chapter 6, whereas it's supposed to be from chapter 2 to chapter 5. So there's one question which is on hypothesis testing. So that is on chapter 6. By right, your assignment should only be assessing chapter 2 to chapter 5. Um, I'm thinking of changing it, but considering we already covered the topic, so that's why I need to discuss with you guys. Do you want the chapter 6 to be included or do not want the chapter 6 to be included? Because by right, it should not be included, but I accidentally prepared it and it's included. So if you all agree, it will be included lah. If not, then I would have to change the question. I will give the question perhaps later today. So do you mind having the chapter 6 included, hypothesis testing? Just one question, but it will be about 6 marks lah. You're okay with it? Very okay. How about you, Calvin?
I don't know. Okay. Because writing the hypothesis very troublesome.
Is what?
I don't like writing the
But it
hypothesis.
but it's not very long. It's just following the steps and exactly the same as in the notes. But you check it out if you're not comfortable about it, I still have time to change it later on. But of course, I would have to give you that question again later, and then we'll just change it later on lah.
Never
But
mind,
it's still
just post it.
included. It's still included in the assignment, so we'll see how it goes. If all of you score 6 out of 6, then I won't change. But if anyone, you feel you don't like the question, then I would change it, because this is in line with the Form C. So the Form C stated there not to include. I guess the reason why the course coordinator decided to do that, not to include chapter 6, is because the concern was the coverage, whether it's possible to cover until then. But we have finished chapter 6 and we are now at chapter 7, so we have covered it. So I mean, it's a good practice to prepare for your final exam. So I will still issue the question, but if there is a need for us to change it, yeah, then I'll give another question based on chapter 5 lah. Yeah. So with that, what else do I need to inform? I think that's all. And today we're only going to cover one question, as what I've discussed with you guys the other day, yesterday, that is. So just one question. And yeah, I think that's it. Just one question. Let me show it to you guys. Now, after we finish the one question, then you'll be issued with the assignment and you can start doing the assignment. Okay. So this is the discussion of yesterday's tutorial, the one that I asked you to do. So let's start. So did you manage to do the question, class? Why? Why,
No.
Farron?
I was doing the assignment.
What assignment?
FC.
Oh, what subject?
FCN.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dr. Chris, is it?
Yeah.
Is it Dr. Chris' work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always students do that to me. They prioritize Dr. Chris' assignment. Is it tough? Is it okay?
Very hard.
I'm surprised to hear that from you guys. You mean, is it a programming work?
No.
Oh, so a bit theoretical lah. You have to answer theoretical kind of work.
And later, yeah.
When is it due?
Yesterday.
So did you manage to submit on time?
Yeah.
I see. Oh, so you still need some work to do, is it? Okay, so I won't be too long because my assignment is due somewhere in, I think I don't want Sunday. Why did I not want Sunday? Because I checked the date. It's a very awful date. At first, I planned for you guys to submit on Sunday. Yeah, I don't want on the 4th of April for you to submit the work. I'm superstitious in that sense. So I think I put it on the 5th and it's on Monday, but I forgot the time. But anyhow, you'll get it soon. So you have plenty of time to finish the assignment. Only 6 or 7 questions, I forgot. But let's start this one so that you can finish your work. I'm okay because our progress is good. Yeah. So here, this is the question that I asked you to do. So Calvin, if you managed to do it, it's good. Farah, if you have not, so please try to understand as much as possible, okay? Okay, good. So this is the question, what you would expect in the exam as well, because this kind of question is not included in your assignment. So you would not have any, exposure to how it will be. how the format is. So this is something that you should expect in the finals. Yeah. So what you see is in this question, it's already informed to you what is the X and what is the Y. But normally in the question, yeah, it doesn't tell us what is the X, what is the Y. In this question, it's given, right? If I'm not mistaken. What you need to do is to determine which one is the X and which one is the Y. You know the X is the independent variable, the Y is the dependent variable. So once you have identified here, yeah, this is about the speed of production line and number of major defects. We are to find the regression equation for the regression of the number of major defects, yeah, the Y, on the speed of the production line. So you see, again, the question is focusing on the Y on X. Number of major defects is the Y, on the speed of the production line is the X, Y on X. Yeah. So that is the first part. You have to create the equation. The second part is where you put the speed of the production line is equal to 500 cars per day. So we want to know what is the number of major defects. That means we want to predict what is the Y when your X is 500. So what you should have done is, of course, create the table. And this is expected of you to show, okay, class? Yeah, so you should create a table with all the X listed and all the Y listed. And based on the formula, you can see here, this is the B, this is the A, to create the mathematical equation. You can see we need to find the multiplication of XY. You can see this one. And also X squared. So those are the two things that we need to find. So XY is you multiply X times Y, you get this value. And X squared is simply power 2, the value of X. So you get all these values listed here. Yeah. And of course, we need to find the total. So finding the total, if you have time later on, please, how do you say, calculate this and check, yeah? Make sure just as a practice, right? So once you got all this value, yeah, put it into the formula. So first, we do it for the B. When you put all the values into the formula, notice that summation XY is the 86,868. And of course, the summation X squared is the 1,476,939 is here, of which you minus with X, summation X, which is 3,213 to the power 2. So you need to calculate this. Make sure you do the multiplication first, then you subtract, and this will give you 0.0539 for your B. And of course, this value, we're going to use it in the B, in the A. Put the B in the formula for the A. And again, put all the values correctly and calculate this. You should get 2.260. And remember, class, writing the table, calculating all these values is with marks. Same thing with calculating the B and the A, it must be shown. And then you must write this equation. Yeah, meaning you put Y equals to A plus BX. This must be written, then you can get marks. If you didn't write this, you automatically lose marks already. Okay, so we have solved the first part of the question. That means creating the mathematical equation. This is what we had done yesterday. Yeah, and the next question is, what if when X equals to 500? So the only thing you need to do is using the same mathematical equation. You just replace the X with 500, as you can see here. And therefore, do the calculation again, multiply it first, and then you add with 2.260. And that should give you 29.21, which is equivalent to 29 major defects. And that is the answer. Any question about this solution? All okay? Yeah.
The major
Mhm.
defects must be does it
Written.
matter if you round up or round down? Does it matter?
Well, defects, of course, we know defects is a discrete value. When you want to count defects, you wouldn't say 29.21 defects, because defect is whether it's okay or not okay. So in honesty, and that's not a good word, actually the best is to write 29.21 because you are more accurate in that sense. So even if you don't write this, the equivalent to 29 major defects, it's still okay. Yeah, I mean, as long as you've written this decimal point first, because that's the actually accurate value, and then you just round up to, because it's a discrete data, so it's best to write it 29 major defects lah. But in terms of mathematical calculation, it's still okay if you just write this, because you see, at TAI, you see some question would specify, okay, give your answer to a whole number or a round up value, it would say. Then it's necessary for you to have this. But some question doesn't specify. So if students leave the answer like this, or they round it to become like that, we still give full marks. But the thing is, this is important to be shown. Yeah, I mean the actual accurate value lah, whereby the rounding is just important if it's stated in the question that it must be rounded. Yeah, Kelvin?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. Just one question, because I'm going to issue you the assignment, of which, of course, you need extra time to complete it. Now, this is the extra example which I want you guys to do. I'll show this again next week during our class lecture. And then my expectation is for you to do for the tutorial next week. So for this question, of course, you can only do part A for the moment. The part B and part C, we haven't done it. But I think this question is a very good example because it covers most of the topic in chapter 7. So this one I would want you to do for discussion next week lah. So it's only 1:18. I've scheduled the assignment to be released at 1:45. So we have plenty of time. Yeah. Do you want me to fast forward the, what do you call that? The issuance of the assignment earlier? Yeah.
No need. Just wait. No need lah.
No need. You just want to wait until 1:45.
Now the due date's very long maybe.
Yeah, the due date is very, very long. Yeah. Would you like to pass up on Sunday? The thing is, this weekend is a public holiday. Friday is a Good Friday. I was thinking of asking you guys to submit on Friday, but it's a public holiday, so I don't think it's fair to do that to students. And then I was saying Saturday, but Saturday is, for me, is a holy Saturday, so I don't think it's fair for me to incur, even though if you're not celebrating Easter like I am. And Sunday is Easter Sunday, so that's why I chose Monday. So the due date is on Monday. You have plenty of time lah. So are you guys okay with it? Or do you want the due date earlier? On Thursday? Guys.
I don't know.
Yeah, do you have any other assignment besides Dr. Chris' work? Oh, Oh, who's the lecturer? Oh, the software has not arrived. I see. Or you still going through the syllabus? Yes, I see. Okay, yeah. Some subjects I also have to do that. I mean, delay the issue of the assignment because I haven't finished the coverage. But for your badge, because there's only three of you, the progress is quite smooth. Yeah, very fast. So that's why we have plenty of time. So now, I have no more questions to do. What do you suggest for us to do? That's why I wanted to issue the assignment earlier. But you guys will be busy doing your work also, is it? Kelvin, you already submitted lah, is it?
I didn't do a good job lah, but I submitted.
What?
I submitted, but I don't think I did a good job.
But I'm sure you did. Well, anyhow, do you still have time to edit it, Kelvin?
Huh? Yesterday already deadline.
Oh, okay, okay. Is there a penalty by Dr. Chris if you submit late?
Probably.
Kesian ni. Uh, oh, but 10 marks not so bad. Don't over lah, because okay, then I let you do it lah. So Kelvin, for you, because there's nothing else I'm going to cover now. So you just wait for the assignment then, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so no need for us to stay on unless you guys have any other question. Because the assignment will be issued at 1:45. I could edit it to 1:30 lah, but the due date is still further away. So I think that's all for today. If you can, I can message to Noel about the inclusion of chapter 6 in the assignment, but it's not so bad. It's the same as the questions that we did during our tutorial and lectures and all that. Yeah. So I'll see you guys next week. All right. Okay. See you guys. Bye. Thank you.